Yo, what is going on, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we got several different design documents by Mod Jack regarding the mining and smithing rework. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, so Mod Jack has given us information about the pickaxes, specifically the tool belt and how it's going to work with those pickaxes, as well as the XP rates we can expect with both mining and smithing. So without any further ado, we're going to jump right into the pickaxes first. So let's have a look. So first and foremost, when it comes to the pickaxes, there's going to be two types of pickaxes with this update. There's going to be both smithed pickaxes and special pickaxes. Now, smithed ones are the ones that the players can create themselves, such as iron, rune, necronium, etc. And these special pickaxes will be rewards from quests or other content, much like the dragon, Imcando, and crystal, just so you can differentiate between the two. We'll talk about their different characteristics in a moment, but let's first talk about the tool belt rules regarding these pickaxes. Now, any non-augmented pickaxe can be put on the tool belt, regardless of if it's a smithed one or special one. Doesn't matter as long as it's not augmented. Any pickaxe can be removed from the tool belt, except for bronze picks, which cannot be removed. This allows picks to be swapped, upgraded, and converted into smithing XP through the burial smithing method, which I talked about previously on the Artisan's Workshop change video. So check it out there if you want more information regarding that. It is also no longer necessary to speak to Doc to remove those certain pickaxes when this goes live. Now, placing a new pickaxe into your tool belt removes the old one automatically. If the old pick happens to be bronze, it simply overrides it instead. Removing a pickaxe from the tool belt leaves the default bronze in its place, which is why bronze cannot be removed to prevent a source of infinite pickaxes. So hopefully that's pretty straightforward. You understand how the tool belt will work. Remember that it's only non-augmented pickaxes that can be added to it, and you can always simply easily remove them as well if you want to augment them later on. But we'll talk about the augmentation now, since we're on the topic. Only special pickaxes can be augmented, so that's your dragon, Incamdo, and crystal. You cannot do any of the smith ones, rune, necronium, whatever the case may be. And if they have been augmented, obviously, the counter to what I said earlier, they cannot be placed on the tool belt. Just so you know going forward. So since the only pickaxes that you can augment are special pickaxes, let's talk about special pickaxes, what they are and how they work. The first one is the Inferno Adze. The Inferno Adze has the same stats as a rune pickaxe plus 3. This one cannot be augmented, however, and has no other special characteristics when used as a pickaxe. The Dragon Pickaxe will have the same as the Orichalcum Pickaxe plus 3. This one can be augmented and is still required for the construction of the Crystal Pickaxe. Moving on to the Crystal Pickaxe, it is the same stats as a Necronium Pickaxe plus 4, requires 70 mining to use. It can be augmented, but its other special properties will be removed. Next in slot, we have the Imcando Pickaxe. This will have the same stats as a Bane plus 4 and require 80 mining to use, which means it is now 10 levels above the Crystal Pickaxe. So you're going to want to get your hands on an Incamdo Pickaxe. I suggest doing it now while you have the chance, so by the time this comes out, you'll be ready for it. Anyways, the Imcando can be augmented, but its other special properties will be removed. We will consider moving these mechanics into perks. Next up, we have the Pick of Earth and Song. This is a new pickaxe, which is created by combining an Incamdo Pickaxe, a Crystal Pickaxe, and a Blast Fusion Hammer. All three will be consumed in the process. The Pick of Earth and Song has the same stats as an Elder Pickaxe plus 5 and requires 90 mining to use. It can be augmented but has no other special properties. And finally, the Gilded Pickaxes. New Gilded Pickaxes will not be added with this rework. Existing Gilded Pickaxes cannot be upgraded using the smithing upgrade system though, but the Gilded Dragon Pickaxe will still be required for the Imcando Pickaxe, and can be used to create a crystal pickaxe by degrading it. So that is pretty much all you really need to know for pickaxes. Like I said, do take the time while you have the chance to get that Candle Pickaxe. That is from the lava flow mine with the lava geyser event. You'll have to do that in order to upgrade your Gilded Pickaxe to that. So I suggest that while you have the time, like I've been saying, get it ahead of time so you can have that Pick of Earth and Song, the best new pickaxe in the game, when the mining and smithing rework actually comes out. That being said, we're going to shift gears now to the XP rates that we can expect. I'm not going to touch on major detail. I will have the spreadsheets for both the mining XP rates and the smithing XP rates down in the description below, so you can see them in their entirety. They actually show off the XP rates for each individual level, each ore, each bar that you'll be making. So it's extremely detailed down to every single level and every single item you'll be using. So do check that out. I'm not going to go into it, like I said, in major detail here because it is fairly extensive and we'll be here all day if we go into that. So check them out at your leisure in the links down below. But just as an overview, I can show you the general XP rates that you can expect as a whole. Now you may notice that there are both active and passive XP rates. If you've been following along on my videos, you know that there is a mechanic that your character will rest from time to time when mining, and they will take breaks before they continue mining again. Now you can choose to click on the mining rock once again by yourself, and therefore continue mining at a much faster pace than if you didn't. But if you don't, your character will automatically continue mining when he's done resting. So that's why we have both an active and passive XP per hour. Obviously, the active is far more in terms of XP than the passive, which is pretty much what you would expect. Now, like I said, you can see the numbers on here, not very much in terms of going into major detail on my part. All those will be fully fleshed out down below in the description. But you can see at level 99 though, worth noting that if you're doing Elder Rune, you can get upwards of 200k XP per hour, 90 if you're passive, which is pretty good. I believe these are XP rates where you don't have any boosts in terms of like your mining outfits, wise perk, any type of invention perks on your pickaxe, etc. Anything that would boost it, mining earns, etc. I think these are just the base rates. So you get a base rate of 206k XP per hour. So those are pretty good XP rates. Let me know what you guys think about it. I currently am not really fully aware of the current maximum mining XP rates in the game that we have right now. I don't know if this is a close to what we have now, if it's worse, if it's more. Let me know in the comments below, but do remember, when you're considering these are base rates. But we're going to move on to the smithing real quick because not much more to go about that. But they take a slightly different approach with this spreadsheet. Here we can see exactly how much XP per hour you're getting based on all different stages of what you're doing. Now over here, if you're making bars, I'm just going to go by the level 90 Elder Rune XP rates, and then you can just obviously have this down in the description below where you can check it out for yourself to get into further detail. But at the base rates, when you're smelting bars, you're expecting 39k XP per hour. When you're making the base items, you can expect 60k XP per hour. Plus 1 will be 75k XP per hour. If you're making a plus 2 item, that's 120k XP per hour. If you're making a plus 3 item, that's 200k XP per hour. And if you're making plus 4, that is a 342k XP per hour. Making a plus 5 item is 600k XP per hour. And making burial armor is a whopping 1.2 million XP per hour. So very, very worthwhile to do those burial armors. Like I said in a previous video regarding the burial armors, those will be made in the new smithing guild, which is a repurpose of the artisan's workshop. Again, do check out that video if you haven't already so you can get more details into understanding exactly what I'm talking about when I say those things. But yeah, that is actually really cool to see. Again, I really don't want to delve into too much detail about all this because it does get very complex with the spreadsheets themselves, so do check them out at your own time so you can get a really good understanding of exactly what you can expect. Now, bear in mind, I don't think any of these are entirely set in stone. If you have any concerns, do give ModJack your feedback, and you might be able to see some of the changes implemented that you may have or may want to have with this mining smithing rework. So while you do have the chance beforehand, before any of this goes live, do voice your opinions to Mod Jack and be the change you want to see in the game when this launches. That being said, I'm going to wrap up the video there. If you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you are not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.